Today's video is focused on what is selling today. So we're looking at real-time data on recently submitted products that may not have existed 2 to 3 days ago that have been submitted to Amazon, the #1 e-commerce website in the world, and are already locking in sales. I love when I see repetition among newly submitted products with sales because that tends to send a very strong signal to me as a seller that there is opportunity knocking here. So that's what we're focused on today. Let's get to it. There's so many ways to go about niche research and niche selection with print on demand. Today, because we're prioritizing recent trends, we're going to be on Merch Dominator. I don't think anybody does a better job than Merch Dominator when it comes to looking at these recent trends. On the left-hand side, go to MBA and KDP and then click Best Sellers. Now, the default view is just showing us the best sellers. I mean, I don't know. That was kind of obvious. Thanks, Ryan. But what it's also doing in real time is filtering out a lot of the protected brands. That is a manual process. Sometimes things get through, like the New York Knicks here over my shoulder. Skip that one. But it's attempting to give us a glance at what people are really buying. Like I said in the intro a second ago, is I want to prioritize newly submitted products. For instance, we all know about the I'm Not Old, I'm Classic shirt. You see that right there? Submitted in 2018. I wish that was me, guys. I'm going to keep it real with you. It is not, unfortunately. But this shirt is, almost 9,000 reviews. Okay? It's not really helping us too much to be competing directly with a shirt that has 9,000 reviews. What I promised you is that we're going to look at newly submitted products that are already selling, because that sale is a very strong signal, not just to the Amazon algorithm for search placement, but also to us as sellers to take a hint. So I'm going to change the sorting to newest from BSR. I'll also zoom in a little bit. Okay. And why don't I even move myself over to the left-hand side just to not block the designs. So what do you notice at a glance already? I'm seeing a lot of repetition for the bruh we out niche, which is related to an obvious trend that we saw coming. Of course, that is the end of the school year. And I don't know about you guys, like you can typically tell, even if you don't have kids, like I don't have kids yet, when school ends, because you start seeing the students popping up everywhere. We went to our favorite bagel shop. I don't know. I love bagels, man. That's my guilty pleasure. And there were a lot of kids there. I was like, man, there's like twice as many cars that would normally be here on a Thursday. And I figured it out. So, bruh, we out. So not only are the students out, the teachers are out. And I guess when you think about it, couldn't these shirts be bought and worn by both teachers and students? So consider that when you are designing them. It's not just the teachers, even though I do think a lot of them will be worn by teachers. It seems like the word bruh is also being integrated into some Father's Day designs. Like that says bruh, formerly known as dad. Okay. Daddy. So dada, daddy, dad, bruh. So another bruh. Then you got the bruh we out teachers. Bruh we out teachers again. We have a field day shirt. Of course, that's related to end of year, but field day, I believe, is trademarked, so steer clear. Obviously do your own research with trademarks and whatnot before you post anything. Again, bruh we out teachers. Anything else? Bruh we out teachers. So yeah, a lot of the bruh we out teachers trending near the top. Of course, with that, there's going to be some retirement shirts. I did call this a while back, guys. It's hard to know when to sell retirement shirts if you had to like pinpoint a specific time of year. But end of school year, teachers do retire at the end of the school year, right? Not in the middle of the school year, hopefully. So that's one that you could sell, and there's a school retirement there as well. Besides that, it seems like pretty scattered. Obviously, the Father's Day shirts are starting to generate some interest. The fact that we see two different Father's Day shirts with a similar design. It's got the vintage retro sunset design, and then it has the cat silhouette on it, or cat, whatever you want to say. I would say silhouette, right? Because it's probably cutting it out, letting the background of the shirt show through. So that's something you could consider, guys. The vintage retro sunset, a cat overlaid on top. You definitely don't need to copy anybody else that's selling from what you see here behind me. But guys, I think you should make a habit out of checking Merch Dominator, linked in the description, go to the best sellers and sort by newest, because this data is current as of today and it's going to change, of course, with time. This is a great way of detecting early trends, unless you think you're somehow going to stay on top of them before they come popular, which, I mean, hey, if you can do that, that's more power to you. You'll probably have some shirts that pop up here. But I wanted to just give you a couple more tips, like when you are designing any shirts, right? Like let's say you used Merch Dominator, like you see behind me, for your niche selection. Think about who's buying the shirt. Like the bruh we out, yeah, a lot of them are for teachers. You can see because it includes the word teachers, but the bestseller does not have the word teachers on it, and it just says hashtag happy last day. So perhaps the bruh we out shirts are also popular to students, and they want to wear this shirt. So the happy last day, instead of saying teachers, could set yourself apart a little bit. This market may be a little underserved, so consider that. They also have the word student right there. You know, student summer. I like to also put like a phrase in the title instead of just random keyword stuffing. The other thing I would say, guys, is like the bruh we out. Like if we search for bruh we out shirts, one thing worth mentioning, guys, you see up here in the top left, it says 1 through 48 of over 1,000 results. Like when I first started selling on Amazon merch, it would give us better numbers in terms of our competition. Now, of course, the Amazon algorithm is a little bit, I like to say, intentionally stupid. Like of these 1,000 results, are they all going to be the exact shirt we're looking for? A lot of times it will not be. Like it'll be something else, right? It'll mix in other shirts that it thinks are relevant, right? So you really don't know the exact competition until you go and manually count it yourself, which is what I recommend to my FBA students, but not my print-on-demand students, because it's obviously going to take way too long for POD. Barrier of entry is too low. But think about who is buying the shirt. Do not stress too much about your competition with print-on-demand, because, again, how do you even gauge the real competition unless you want to go get hired to work at Amazon and you have database access somehow? Probably not happening. Think about who's buying it and market your shirt to that person specifically. So if it's for students, I would say focus on students. Make a separate listing, even if it's the same design, for teachers, and optimize your SEO for teachers. It's not that you can't cast a wide net. You'll make more money casting a wide net, but I think you're going to be more successful selling to a very specific person, tailoring your design and your SEO to that. And if you want to make a sale today or tomorrow, like in the very near term, Merch Dominator is telling us, based on what it's seeing, bruh, we out. Happy last day. Whether it's for teachers or students, seems to be like a great place to look. So guys, check out Merch Dominator, linked in the description. I love doing these videos for you guys because, I mean, this is a regular part of my process. I want to know what's trending. I have some other things that, of course, I do, but Merch Dominator is looking at the actual data. And, you know, it's one thing to do what you do to monitor trends and look for something that might emerge. It's a whole nother thing to actually look at things that have sold, right? Sales are the strongest signal of potential success, right? Of true customer demand, at least in my book. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe, and I will see you soon with another new video.